It's down now on the Nifty, Latha 11,950. So we are now between the 20-day moving average and the 20-day exponential moving average. The bank Nifty is down about 100 points, but my sense is that this is exactly the kind of opening from where the markets at times reverse, especially if you're sitting on 3 to 4 days of decline. So let's see.
Let's see if the big man from the banking sector is able to pull it up with any of his comments. Joining us now is none other than Rajnish Kumar, Chairman, State Bank of India. Good morning, Mr. Kumar. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, especially because we are on the eve of our 20 years celebration, our 20th birthday. So thank you very much for joining us. Well, first up, what are you expecting tomorrow?
Congratulations to you. So first of all, my congratulations to you and the entire team at CNBC-TV18 for doing the fantastic job.
Okay, thank you, sir. Deeply grateful for your kind words. What are you expecting tomorrow? One of our own, shadow MPC members is expecting a 50 basis cut. You think that could come?
Very difficult to read into the minds of the Monetary Policy Committee, but 50 basis point rate cut seems to me prima facie to be very ambitious expectation.
Okay, but this time it will get passed on. Are you seeing a greater traction as home loans become 7 point something and car loans become 9 point something? Are you seeing retail demand coming up?
Yeah, that will help as the interest rates go down and the EMI goes down. So it may give further push as far as the retail loans are concerned.
Mr. Kumar, good morning and thanks for being with us. That is of course the future, but what have you seen up until now? Has there been any pickup as far as credit demand is concerned over the last month and a half? And if yes, where are you seeing higher demand come through? Is it retail? Is it corporate?
Retail, we are fairly all right, and there has been a big push around retail, MSME loans. And corporate loans, I have mentioned earlier also that the utilization of the working capital limits, it is yet to pick up, and there are many sanctioned term loans where disbursements are yet to happen. But hopefully, as we move into the busy season, there will be demand for funds from the corporate sector.
Okay. Sir, in a reply to Parliament, the government appears to have said that Mudra loans are showing higher NPAs. What's been the experience at your end?
No, there are higher NPAs in Mudra loan, but the only thing is that the size of these loans and the portfolios with each bank, it's not very high in percentage terms. For the State Bank of India, say for example, the entire outstanding portfolio for Mudra loan is around 1% only.
Oh, okay.
And within that, yes, there are higher NPAs.
Okay, sir, I wanted to ask you about
But the impact on the...
Sure, go ahead, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that Mudra loan, even if the percentage terms, the NPAs are higher, but the impact on PNL or provisioning is not as much.
Okay, so I also want to ask you about...
And the banks, yeah, please, go ahead.
No, sorry. I wanted to ask you about recoveries, sir. We are now hearing that even for JP Infratech, both Suraksha and NBCC have upped their offer. Not by a great deal, but they've upped their offer. Do you have any back of the envelope calculations on what you may make on recoveries by March 31st?
So, I'm not aware that what is the latest bid, but whatever is being discussed based on that, in JP Infratech, there is every possibility that over a period of time, the lenders may be able to recover their entire money.
Oh.
But if you look at the time value of the money, there may be some sort of what you call NPV loss or mark-to-market loss, because there is a huge tract of land which is being offered to the lenders. Okay. And now we saw that the announcement around the new airport which is coming in the Greater Noida area. Okay. So lenders will have two sources for recovery. One is the securitization of Yamuna Expressway, and another is the land which lenders will get. And in turn, I think there is some ask about money to be given for completion of home buyers project. So it is I think that lenders over a period of time may be able to recover a good amount of money, but immediate recovery may not be as high.
Okay. Mr. Kumar, I wanted to ask you a little bit about DHFL now that it is under NCLT. How much of incremental provisions will you have to make in Q3 because of this, and how has the bidding been so far?
So we already we made about overall book including bonds we are holding more than 15% provision.
Okay.
And in December we will make an assessment because the account, if it is substandard, there is a requirement for making 15% provision. So to that extent we have already made that provision, but we will be making incremental provision so that it gets aligned with the estimated loss.
So what is the interest? I know the bidders haven't yet come in, but you would be aware of the interest so far since until RBI took it to NCLT, you guys were handling it. You see enough interested bidders. We heard even Adani Group's name.
What did you hear?
Adani Group. What's your take? How many interested
So we
parties?
will see. There is a lot of interest. Okay. There is a lot of interest. Initial interest is good because the retail franchise of DHL was very good, and the issue is all around the wholesale or the developer loans in DHL. So let us hope for the best. Now there will be a process of inviting EOI,
okay,
and whatever best offer in terms of the enterprise value is received. So the administrator, committee of creditors, and ultimately it has to be approved by the regulator. So I think in next 2 months we will have clarity.
okay.
Okay.
So have you picked up anything at all of the government, changing rules to ensure that the frauds of the previous owner of an NCLT asset is not affecting the current owner? You yourself are worried about the Bhushan Power issue, but is the government coming with some such a rule?
Let us wait if any rule is coming. So in the current session of the parliament, if any bill is introduced, any amendment bill for IBC is introduced, we would come to know. But I have read the statements of the Honorable Finance Minister, and it has been widely quoted in the media that there is an intention and proposal to move an amendment under which anyone who bids for the asset, they will get a clean asset and will not be responsible for the past acts, but the existing promoters, they will continue to be liable for their actions.
Okay. So Mr. Kumar, if you can just wrap up by giving us a view on credit growth itself. For the full year, what can we expect? For the first half of the next year, what are you looking at? Where do you see it from now?
So credit growth, right now it is all driven by the retail and corporate, because a lot of sanctions are there. Sanctioned working capital limits are there, where the utilization is around 30 to 32%. So hopefully the demand will come for funds, and once the demand comes, then we will have better credit growth numbers.
Okay. Well, since we have you with us, sir, Mint is carrying a story that PFC, REC, etc. will provide money to DISCOMs to clear their loans, their outstandings to green companies, green energy companies. Any truth to that? And is green energy loans looking like turning into NPA at all?
No, as far as current situation is concerned, we don't have NPA as far as our loan to the renewable energy sector is concerned.
Okay.
But overall, there is a need that the IPPs, the independent power producers, whether they are in thermal sector or renewable energy sector, they must be paid their overdues, because it puts a strain on their finances and it does impact the payment to the lenders. So there is an urgent need to clear their overdues, and it must receive attention of all the people who are responsible for this.
Okay, Mr. Kumar, any capital raising plans at all that the street can look forward to? I mean, any plans to announce a QIP anytime soon?
Not at all, because I don't think we need any money. We are hoping that within this quarter or latest by 31st March, we will have very good recovery in respect of the many large NPAs, where bank has fully provided and everything will come into our P&L. And given the current growth rates, we will be able to fund it through our internal accruals, and capital adequacy ratio of the bank, CRAR, is very comfortable. So absolutely, I don't see any need that in near future we will be approaching the capital markets to raise the capital.
Well, since you've been kind enough to be with us and we are talking about capital raising, any idea of what valuation for SBI cards? We heard about 28,000-30,000 crores. We heard about 40 rupees per share. Anything that you can help us?
No, I don't think that I can't comment on the valuation of SBI card at this stage when the IPO process is going on. Let us wait.
Okay.
And the process is going in with full vigor.
Okay.
And let us see that how do investors react to this and what valuation finally comes.
All right, sir. We look forward to that issue with some interest. Thank you very much indeed for spending time with us this morning, especially because it's the eve of our 20th birthday. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, let's move on.